guys. Oh my gosh, happy Friday. We're here. We're so excited. Tea's coming in. Hold up. Here's my Taryn. She's connecting. Hi. Oh my God, you look so gorgeous.
Thank you.
How you doing?
So do you.
You're
Look
very
at that
sweet.
sun and that view back there.
Oh my God, right? I was just saying the beaches are open again.
Can I come over?
Please, right? I know. We have to do a girls trip here for sure.
Yes.
The beaches are open as long as you're moving up in Ventura where we are. So you have to be moving. You have to be swimming or running. So I've been swimming in the ocean. I've not done that in 25 years.
Wow.
Listen to it.
I haven't heard you do that ever.
Can you imagine? I know, just in Hawaii. That's the only place I usually go in the ocean. But I did it. It's beautiful. So you just have to be careful. Look, I'll show you guys. You see the police guys? They're patrolling. Look at them in their trucks. They're coming. They're checking. See
You've
that?
also been running a lot.
I have been running right on the beach. These police guys. So if you're caught on the beach sunbathing, they like get off the beach. So you can't be sunbathing. But they wave. You guys want to see how nice the sheriffs are? Watch. We'll give them a wave. Hi. They are my friends now. Everyone say hi to the sheriff. So I miss you so much, man. When I was posting that picture, I was like, God, it's been 50 days since I squeezed you.
That seems crazy.
It's so long.
I can't believe it's already May, honestly.
I can't either. But I'm so glad. At least we're busy.
Yes. Thank God.
Thank God. Guys, it's coming. There's so much going on. Things are happening, guys. We're excited. We are totally going to talk about self-tapes today, guys.
Yeah.
There was some crazy self-tapes. Did you braid your hair?
Did I braid my hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. Turn it. Oh, my gosh. If you love T's hair, give it hearts. That looks good, T.
Thank you.
God.
I had to do something.
It looks so good. So I was doing my hair last night. I don't know why. Janice, like, why are you doing your hair last night? But I was doing it, and it went on fire. The curling iron. Has anyone ever seen that happen?
What?
It went on fire. Like literally, the fire came out of the cord. So I had to rip it out of the wall, and so look at everyone said braids look so pretty. Braids. Everyone's loving it. Hi, we miss you guys all so much. I'm gonna go to the top here and give some loving and some waves, and from Marissa and Pretty. Oh my gosh. Pretty beautiful girl, and hello Kimbo and Nico. Oh my gosh, and Taktan, we miss you guys so much. Who's Granny Hall? What's your real name, Granny Hall? Is it Granny Hall? That's cute. I like it. April Taft. It's so good to see you guys. We have missed you guys. Hope everyone's staying sane and healthy. I think that's the biggest thing, man. You just got to stay healthy. T is doing a fast,
yes.
Working out and biking.
Day 5.
Oh my gosh, you're so good. And that's completely just fasting juice, right?
Yeah.
Wow, guys, hard it up.
5 more days.
We're harding up for your braids and your fast.
Thanks.
You're amazing. I'm still fasting, 16-8, but running, guys, like a maniac. I'm running 2 to 4 miles every day. I love it. If I don't get it in, I'm cranky. So I'm going to have to
start. Need to do.
I love it. And I don't take a day off. I try not to take a day off. I was taking a day off in the beginning, and I was like, no, you know what? I'm just going to keep going.
Yeah.
So I hope everyone's staying healthy and active and doing all of these Instagram lives. There's not just us now, you guys. There's 1 million people on Instagram doing some really great stuff. So I hope you're all just taking advantage of everything that's out there. There's so much great stuff. So someone said we're a ray of sunshine. I love you guys. You guys are a ray of sunshine. We love this guy. We love it. Once my kids go downstairs with Dad, I'm going to go inside so I can see you better. But right now, if I open the door, they're going to be like, what are you doing? Stepping away. Okay.
Well, you look great out there.
Well, oh, you're so sweet. Thanks. But see this hair, so I can't fix it. So it's just going to be big, guys. It's just going to be big. But thanks. So yeah, guys, we're back. Happy Friday. We going to talk. Let's just jump right into the self tapes, you guys. We've had a couple of jobs that have been self tapes, and I think the first thing we want to talk about is okay. There's a first that we're going to just keep spitballing. So, guys, you got to go horizontal on your phone. If you're not, when we upload it onto LA Casting, it looks funny because your picture is like this, and then there's kind of the black on the sides. So you guys should always just hold your phone that way. So not up and down. You got to go that way. Otherwise, again, it just looks wrong. So if you did it on our last job, don't worry about it. It's not that we were like, but that was one of the first things. We're pretty picky about the way our links look. And so that was for us. That's a big thing for us to just have consistency. So just really make sure you have those, them going this way. Okay, number 2, it's huge, and I'm going to change our ways. We are going to totally, so I'm going to start acting again, you guys. I'm going to put it on tape for you. Me and Taryn are going to act it away, and we're going to put it on a link to show you exactly what we want. But you guys, it's hard. Communicate big time with your agents because I think they're just, it's so much going on, and I think for all of us, especially with the quarantine, but there's a lot of direction in there that we felt was kind of being missed. T, talk about it. Because T was doing a lot of the loading. Talk about it.
I think, that's just as simple as following directions. I believe in the description it said to be playing video games. A lot of people were not doing that. Some people were playing board games. Some people were on their computer. And if we submit you as a family, then we need you guys to all be participating in the video game together or whatever we're asking you to do. I think that, like Dina said, nobody was really following the actual directions. I've still been having a lot of that today.
Yeah, and I think it's okay, you guys, to ask questions because it's a moving target. So that's why we are, from now on, we are going to go back to, I'm going to take myself on the next one and see if this works. But I'm going to take myself like I usually do, like me and Taryn and Mandy usually do in the room where we say, hey, guys, so what we're going to be doing today is X, Y, and Z. We're going to tape ourselves doing that for you. We're going to put that out there. We're going to even do the whole spot, like sitting down, just like we would in the room, because I do think it was just a hard game of telephone. So nobody's fault. But definitely just a hard game. And it's okay to ask. If you're totally confused, you guys, ask. Just ask your agents. I had Rick Ferrari over at Buckwald say, hey, D, is this what you wanted? On a specific thing, he was confused. And I was like, no, this is perfect. Sure, right now. It's a moving target, and it's definitely hard. But having this one is a big kind of lots of auditions. This is for Best Buy, and it's lots of auditions we've been getting. And also for us, it's harder because usually we use LA Casting where we load everything on a link. You guys come in, you audition for Taryn. She loads it. It gets right onto that link instantly. So we don't have to go back in and tap in and do this stuff. It's instantly on that link. But now it's not. It's really hard for us. So we have to get your tapes and then put them on a site and then review them and see, I think it's probably easier just to review them than kind of X, Y, and Z, right, T?
Yeah. It's definitely so different for me because, like you said, I'm so used to being in the room, being able to explain what it is that we're doing. So reviewing them is oh no, it's so different. I want to be able to tell them, but I think you're so amazing for thinking of doing the actual video and posting.
Well, it was after my panic attack, you guys. So this is what happens. I see the videos and I'm like, guys, everyone, what's going on? This was crazy. I totally had a panic attack. I'm like, it's just not looking right again because I'm so military when it comes to my links. I like things. Of course, I want you to do your own flavor and put your own touch. But when it comes to simple slating and things like that, I want it to look nice and clean and crisp. And so does T. We have the same mind. So when I started seeing everything, I was like, what is happening? There's so much miscommunication. And
I was well, in a couple of those videos, especially towards the end, I was like, maybe something changed. I don't know.
Well, Jana also called me and was like, are they supposed to be playing Jenga? I'm like, Jenga? No, it's video game. What's happening? So I know it's telephone, but that's where that came from, where I was like, you know what, I'm going to tape myself doing it. We're going to tape ourselves just kind of giving you the direction. This way I think there will be less miscommunication. Because I think it's hard. Again, it's nobody's fault. It's just it's a moving target and we're all learning. But read the directions. You know, Taryn will tell you, and Jana and Mandy will tell you, sometimes I mess up on directions. I'm a mess. Sometimes we sit down when we get a script for a commercial, we will read it out loud, right? I say, read it alone. Let's read it out loud, because I'm guilty, you guys. I'm guilty of not reading script. Like, I'm not reading the directions sometimes, and then being like halfway through and be like, oh my God, we forgot to do the part where they're eating the hamburger. So it's really helpful to read the directions on the paper individually a couple of times, and then read it out loud. I know that sounds so silly and so stupid, but read it out loud for each other, especially like if you have, and if you have nobody there, get on FaceTime and read it. Just read it. You have to read it, I think, out loud to also hear it. So, because there's a lot of stuff. We were giving slate advice, we were giving a lot of stuff, but in text, and you guys, it's hard that way. So, our advice, as soon as you get, even from like, hi, thanks for submitting on this, read everything out loud, the whole thing, so you can just hear it and digest it. And then use your friends as well, guys. Lots of people are sitting here. We have not a lot to do. Use your friends. Say, hey, can you check out this link? Send them. Who you're, even if it's not actor friends, but it's your parents or your, brother, sister. Say, dude, could you check this out? This is the writing that I got, and this is what I did. Can you just check it out and make sure? Because again, we're all learning. And it's all a process. So I say, as much as you can, let's help each other. So those were the two big things. Was the directions didn't quite come across right. What else? Was anything else?
Also, so like you were talking about framing wise, horizontal. Just so people know, you should be setting up your recording device, whether you're using a camera or your phone, and you should be looking directly into the recording device so that we can actually see your face. A lot of you guys were recording yourself from the side. So
do you want me to show them? Let me show what happened. This is some of them. You got it. Go there. I was like, wait, I can't see them. I can't see their faces. So you guys, yes, great. What's going on? I think for the sake of this audition, here goes, guys. Look at sheriffs are going to get people. Guys, sheriffs are out. Police on the beach. This is my favorite part of the day, Scarlett's like, the police are coming. Don't send me. But yeah, a lot of people, I think, just use down the barrel. I think down the barrel is the best. I think, unless otherwise stated by the casting director, I think go down down the barrel means looking right in the camera lens, right forward. It's kind of hard. It's hard to know because you guys are not shooting it. But T is an expert here. Give me questions if you want to Taryn. This is what she does all day when we're in that studio, is record you guys. Do you have any questions for her? Not on equipment, but just like what we were talking about, like blocking. It's as simple as like blocking. A lot of you do a lot of theater. It's just blocking and knowing, imagine that this is your audience. Again, we don't want to play video games like this. If we're going, yeah, right, you guys, great catch. That's awesome. But if I'm like, yeah, you guys, great job. Woo, you see, it's like I'm right in the frame. So you want to just play to the frame. I think like a 3/4 is good. We had chest up was like what we had for slates for us, especially for DB casting. See how T's like there? That's great. Like, yep, I think that's great. You want to show that. And then you want to come into frame for like what we did too, is we had you start here and say, hey, my name is Dina Bouillon. And then we had you walk all the way to the back of your place, then all the way back up. I think you guys should get used to doing that. See how T's going all the way back, and then she's coming all the way back up. Because I think we need close-ups. That was great. We need close-ups, and then we need to see your environment, because many spots now, they're shooting in your environment. So we need to see what that looks like. It's not that people are trying to be creepy.
That being said, we don't need you to walk around your whole house and show us everything in your house. We just want to see where you will actually be filming your self-tape.
Yeah, some people were doing a lot of walking. I was like, what is happening? What's going on?
I felt like I was on Cribs.
Oh my God, I know. But funny because it is just a moving target. And it's funny, we're going to learn so much as we go. The next time we do another self-tape, we're going to get on here and be like, you guys, we have new secrets for you. Because it's like starting all over again for us, like babies, you know, it's like starting from scratch. So, yeah, that is, I think, really important. What else for the self-tape that we felt?
So if we're asking you if you're a family and you submit it as a family, when you guys slate, you guys should be in the frame together. All 4 of you or 3 of you should be in the frame together. You guys shouldn't be doing it separate. So it's just like everybody goes and says their name, and then everybody steps back together and then comes back to the camera. You guys don't need to do that separate. I know it's hard because maybe one of you was filming the other one, but just find somewhere where you can prop your phone up and just press record from there. I think that would be the easiest for that.
Yeah, great call. And I think like if here's where I was unclear. It was my fault with the families. I should have told them how to slate, because I think you just stay in the foreframe and you can say as a family, hi, I'm Dina, hi, I'm Mike, hi, I'm Scarlett, hi, I'm Jack, and that's fine. You don't need to come in for close-ups. Which was my fault, because normally our camera would do that. So unless we say, come up for a close-up, I think, if you have more, if they're asking you to audition as a family, just make it a cute, tight frame right in the beginning, because that also becomes your thumbnail. So we put this stuff on LA Casting, and then that's what we see. I can kind of show you a little something when we get back in there. But, yeah, good call, families. And then always slate your name first. I noticed a lot of people, when they sent it to us, it was loaded backwards.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So don't, if you're going to send us the 2 takes as one, were a lot of people sending it as one?
Mm-hmm.
So that's fantastic. If we ask you for 2 takes, one of them the slates, one's the action, always make sure the slate is first, because what's happening is some of you didn't, and it jumped right into the action. And
I had to edit it a lot.
You had to edit it a lot, exactly. Yeah, I noticed that, because I was like, what's happening? And I
was trying to help.
No, you're doing great. You're doing great. But yeah, so always put your slate first and then the action. I think that's kind of the most important. Again, and keep your slates nice and fun. Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Dina Bouillon. I think here's another trick. Remember how we were talking a while ago about pet peeves, and you guys like, what don't you like in auditions? It's not that I don't like it yet, but I can tell it's going to come. Don't talk about the quarantine. Everybody's talking about the quarantine. It's just like everybody in LA is hiking. We don't want to hear that you hike, when you ask that question. It's the same idea now. I think use this as a safe space to not, when you're auditioning, to not talk about the quarantine. Just plow through as if it doesn't exist, keeping a good mood. Even if you're like, slating, I heard some people are like, oh, it's hanging in there. Keep nice and positive, nice and simple. Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Dina Bouillon, and that's it. I think that's great. I know you kind of want to add your spin, and your spin can be, hey, what's up, guys? Because that's already going to make you stand out, and super positive, because right now it's intense. So just being positive is going to make you stand out.
Also, I know you didn't like the holding up the white piece of paper and telling them like their information.
Oh yeah, some people were holding up papers like a print job. I think that, like holding up the papers. I think it was just taking away from it, because again, it's got to be pretty mechanical. So,
right,
the way we like it to look is just like a machine, and we're a little bit picky. But don't do the papers. That was taking away from it.
Yeah,
and they were passing papers. Some people were passing papers to other people, and what's going on? You know what we should do? Let me find out if we can on somebody's audition, if we could use them on the next thing. I was thinking like Anastasia from Pinterest, if we could ask her if we could just use her audition, because it was very clean and good, and that will give you guys a good sense of exactly what we're looking for. So,
right. Also, lighting. I know we talked about this several times, but lighting is really important in your audition as well. Especially now that I've seen like so many of the self tapes. A lot of them were too dark or a little bit blurry. Really focus on trying to make sure your room is lit up the best you can. Otherwise, we won't be able to use it because we can't really see the action.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't want to go through all that work and then not be seen. So that's a great call, you guys. Definitely make sure your lighting is good. Jaycee Fuentes, I don't know if she's on here, but she booked a job right after T told her about the ring light. Did you hear that? I was so excited. I was like, yay! But yeah, that ring light that Taryn's using right now is amazing. She looks beautiful. She looks sharp. Let me see if my kids, they're still in there. I was going to go inside to show you mine different. But you guys see that? That ring light looks beautiful. It's rocking. It looks great. And she is lit so beautifully. So definitely that lighting is so important. Also, I just saw a good question about height. Slate. So your slate should be separate. So slate should be a separate file or same video with action. I think if you could do the same, that would be awesome for DB casting. I can't say the same for everybody, but for sure, we don't want to, we're getting hundreds and hundreds of these. We don't want to be cutting them, right, T?
Right.
It's pretty easy.
It's much easier if it's all in one file, because we have to go back and then look at to see if you did this right and then that right. If it's just like in one take, then we're able to move much faster and also give you notes faster of what we need to fix.
Exactly, because T's going back in. Taryn and Jana are going back in and directing everybody. They're saying, hey, can you go and change this and change that before we even submit that to clients? So, yeah, definitely we're communicating. We're not just, usually we'll do what we do and we send it. Now we're doing an extra step, which is really getting it, putting it up, reviewing it, coming back to you being like, I don't know, change this. It's like poor Taryn and Jenna, like, wow. And lucky for Mandy doesn't have a Mac, so she's like, sorry, guys. No, Mandy's working very hard in other ways. But should we do name, age, and location? No need for location unless they ask. Some places are asking specific things. For us, we don't need to know your location. You can just say, especially if we said in our breakdown, we've been saying we're going to need you to tape at home. If awarded this job, you would be filming in your own house. So don't feel like you need to put your name. Your location. Your age only if you're under legal 18. Legal 18, as you guys probably know, and if you don't, here goes. Legal 18 means you can work as an 18-year-old. So there's some 16-year-olds. That's called legal 18. So on your slate, you would just say, hey, what's up? My name is Dina. I'm legal 18. But otherwise, you don't want to do that. Unless, again, it's a kid role that you're going out for. If you're like 20 years old and you look 12, then you would want to say legal 18. Never give your age if you're over 18. That's kind of a good rule of thumb. So no age, no location, unless you're a kid. Of course, we want, hey, what's up? My name is Dina Bouillon and I'm 7 years old. No height, pretty asks height or agency. I don't think you need that unless, again, your breakdown says must be under 5'4". Then you're going to want to say, hey, what's up? My name's Dina. I'm 5'2". Don't say agency. I don't think you need that. That would only help the casting director. Again, we are like pretty mechanical. We like everything to look the same. So we don't need it. Some people did it, which didn't bother me, but we don't. You don't need agency. That's just for the casting people to know. Clients don't really need to know. And in fact, it could complicate things. I could be wrong, but here's just me spitballing from that question, Pretty, is if you say that, a lot of times we don't hand the information over to clients until booking, because we don't, we're kind of the middleman. And once that's like the seal of the deal, once they say, we'd like to hire Pretty, then we say, awesome, Pretty is with Danny Hoff, let me book her, blah, blah, blah. And so, but we don't give that until that information is done. So I would keep that just separate, because it could confuse, because sometimes again, everything's a moving target. What if they call Danny Hoff and then Danny Hoff's like, this is weird. Why isn't Dina calling me? Maybe this is a weird job. And then it becomes weird. It just you know what I mean? Like, let's just keep the system going the same. When we submit to agencies, so when we submit our final link, just so you guys know, when we submit that final link to our director and our agency and clients, they do not know who your agent is. All they know is your height, your resume, and your video, and your pictures and your video. They don't know who your agent is. They don't know your phone number, your email. They know nothing. So I would say my advice is keep it all separate. Just let's keep it going the way it is, because I think otherwise it's going to complicate things. And sometimes if production contacts before casting, it seems shady. Sometimes people are like, is this a weird job? Am I going to get paid for this job? Like, that's just not the way that's not protocol. So in my advice, keep it separate. But these are all fantastic questions. What commercial audition?
Oh, sorry.
No, keep going.
In your emails, when you do send us the link, just try and make sure, test it out. Maybe send it to one of your friends before you send it to us, to see if they can open it. Because a lot of times, we've gotten like through everything, and then when it's time to upload it, that it's empty. So I would just make sure, double check a couple of times to see if the links that you're sending us actually work.
That's great advice. Again, use your friends for everything, or your parents, or your cousin, or your sister, anybody. Check your links, like she said. And like we said, also get them, like send them, when you send those links, guys, send them the stuff we sent you, the email that says, thanks, we're so excited for you to audition, or whatever we say in our thing. But send that to them. Just say, Mom, if you don't mind, can you just read this and make sure I follow direction? She'll laugh at you, but she'll say, sure, I've got nothing to do today. Sure, they'll feel a part of the process and they'll love it. But then this way, again, I can't tell you guys how long I've been doing this, and sometimes I feel like I'm like, oh my God, we didn't read that direction right. And that's where that's the biggest problem, I think, so many times in auditions in general, is a game of telephone. That's the problem. And we just played a weird game of it. Me, Taryn, and Jen on this one. We're like, you know. Yeah.
Dina, you're a little bit blurry.
I'm blurry? I tried to move a little bit. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Better? But then
no, it's still a little blurry.
Blurry. Tell me when it's not blurry. Blurry?
Okay.
Is it better?
No.
Let's see here.
Hold on, there it is. See. That's better.
It's better? Yeah? I was trying to get up and have some coffee, but I'm not going to move now, guys. It's just where it's working the best. Is that better? Okay. 3-point lighting system, someone says. YouTube, guys. You can go to YouTube, get some good lighting tips. What brand is it? Great. I think you're all talking about it. I'm sorry, I had to take a big sip of coffee.
I got this off of Amazon.
And how much was it?
It was only like $30, I think.
That's great. See, that's a great investment. I'm telling you, make those self-tape studios look great, because that is what's going to book you the jobs right now. The people that are on point, the people that are just looking really sharp and good. We also know, I think that the thing is, so many of these agents, places are sending out cameras and gear, or expecting you to shoot it on your iPhone. So if you can show them like, hey, I got this, great. That being said, don't do something fancy editing. Don't do fancy editing, because then I think that it looks like too much, unless we'd asked you to. You've gotten some of that on this too? Fancy editing, which we love, and we'll use it for something.
No, a lot of it was great, honestly. Like, I was impressed. But it just was, I think, taken away from the action a lot of times. So, like you said, just maybe stick to what we asked in the breakdown. I know some people want to do extra stuff, even with the action. There was a lot of people just doing their own thing. I know we say that, but when it's like self-tape, I think that it's a little bit harder for you to just kind of add your own stuff in there, because we're not there to redirect you if we need to, right?
I was thinking about that one that was like, can you see me or no? Can you see
You're
me?
a little blurry.
I'm blurry again? Okay, I was thinking about that one.
I don't know what's happening.
I was thinking about that one where the guy had his robe on. Do you remember? He disrobed.
Yeah.
Which was really funny. Oh my God. So I'm not blurry though, right? Okay. If the casting director asks
a lot of interesting.
So much funny stuff. If the casting director asks for the audition team to have a professional feel as the spot, the client wants the audition to be shot as a spot. No, I think that some people though, I think in the process it's just, I think if they say they want a professional feel, I don't know, that's a tricky question. So when you say that's professional feel, to me, that means like, not goofy, more like, this is Facebook and working for Facebook. It has more professional feel. That's what that means to me. But dudes, I don't know that means that the client wants the audition to be shot as the spot. They'll tell you that, and our agents are asking that question for us. They're saying, hey, this isn't the final spot, right? Or we as a casting director, our job is to make sure that that's not the final spot. And 9 times out of 10, guys, I can promise you, so far 10 out of 10, it's not. They are going to redirect you. We're going to redirect you. There's a lot going on. So I don't think that you have to worry about it like that. But again, feel free to ask the question. Just feel free to say, does this mean it's the final spot? If you have like any weird suspicion or something like that. But yeah, good questions. Guys, great questions. On theatrical audition, when there are a few characters, how our eyeline should be. If there are a few characters, just a little bit like if you had that's a great question. So if you have your eyeline, your main person should be like if you have 2 people you're talking to, just direct it one here and then one's there. Does that make sense? Can you guys see that? One here,
yeah,
and then one there. T, can you do it on your end? So there's someone on the left and there's someone on the right. Oh my God, that cute little smile. I love Taryn. But yeah, you see how we didn't. It was very clean. It wasn't this. This, people are like, what? So don't show us the back of your head or the side of your head or anything like that. Am I blurry or am I okay?
I don't know why it's still blurry.
It's blurry? Let me see.
Yeah.
Can you
it's just like pixelated.
It's
not
pixelated?
Blurry. That's what I should have said. It's pixelated. Yeah.
I don't see pixelated on my end. So weird. Thank you for these helpful tips. Sounds like it could be a hectic process. We appreciate your clear communication. I think we're sounding too hectic, Taryn.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry. No, we think you're all doing an amazing job. We just want you to book everything. That's why we're being so honest. I'm learning
through this too. Everyone.
We're learning too. Exactly. It's a learning
really
curve. Someone says, are you at the ocean? I am, you guys. Look at this. Grandma and Grandpa gave us the keys. We're like, thank you, bye. So we just came and head to we all take turns at their house. It's amazing. Okay, hold on one second. I'm going to pull up a question. You guys ready? Here's some questions. We see a bunch of non-union coming in. Are you guys seeing union gigs surface? Think many more. Everything we've had so far has been non-union. We have one that we're bidding on that should award on Monday or Tuesday. That's union. So I think that, I don't know. I think it's the same. How about everybody? Let's put it out to the actors. Are you guys feeling that most of it's non-union or union as well? For Chris is wondering. But for us, yeah, hopefully this one coming in is union. But we've had 8 so far, all non-union. If the audition signs have more, so we'll see. I know it's tricky for my union peeps, but I think that everybody, in my opinion, is just figuring out how to do it, how to creatively, get it. Like some people are not advertising. Some people are waiting a second. I can promise you in about a month, it's going to get nuts, or a month or 2, whenever things open up again, it's going to be nuts. Productions will be small. Not a lot of people going to them, but you're going to have a lot of, there's going to be a lot of jobs coming out, guys, as soon as the gates are open. I know that I have a lot of people that are just waiting. So just waiting to award. So they're there, union and non-union, they're there. They're just, I think union is what we've gotten so far. Let's see, what else? Let's see. Should we be using a slate? Pretty says, should we be using a slate card or editing our name before the actual video? Just use slating is great. And then, good question. You should also edit, the name of your video should be your name. So it should be pretty. Mm-hmm. Should be the name of it. So yeah, that's my advice, you guys. I think I'm locked out of here. I was going to come in. Am I still pixelated?
Yeah.
Can you open? I'm pixelated. So yes. Did I answer that question properly, Pretty? If not, tell me what I missed. Let's see here. If I use my past commercial as my reel, should I be worried that there may be a conflict? Well, yes. if it's a bank commercial for Bank of America and you upload a Chase one, I wouldn't do that. Because I think it would be seen as a conflict. Even if it was 10 years ago, they're going to say, that's a conflict. So don't. On that job, I wouldn't do it. I think you're only required to tell them like the past 3 to 5 years or something like that. But I think instantly they're going to say, they've already been in something. So I wouldn't. I'd take it off of that particular submission. That would be my thoughts. UT, same thing?
Yeah, I definitely would be careful with the reel for sure. But like we said, if you have something cool like a Super Bowl spot or something like that you did that has nothing to do with what you're submitting for, that would be great.
Great. And then when casting real family and photos are, okay, here's a new one from Lucy. When casting real family and photos to be emailed, what should the photos look like? Sorry. Take it away, T.
When casting a real family and photos, like family photos. I don't think you have to have anything professional. I think that's the beauty of real people, is that we're actually looking for that realness between with your family. I don't think it has to be professional or anything like that. We're just looking for photos that you guys have together.
Exactly. And I think I'm going to stay out here because the service was weirder in there. That's why I kind of tapped out here. Can you see me still?
We can see you. It's just pixelated, but you still look great.
Okay. When casting real family and photos are to be emailed, so also I don't think you need to email the photos. Just say you have a family in your submission note. So I'm a mom, dad with 2 kids. I'm a mom, dad with 1 kid. And if it's a family thing, tell us the age of the kids. We need to know how old the kids are. So definitely say mom, dad, and we've got a kid that's 6 and a kid that's 5. So, yeah, good questions, guys. You're all rocking it. These questions are fantastic. Let's see here. We did the eyeline one. Eyelines. Lots of people have great eyeline questions. Again, just to reiterate for some people just tuning in, your eyeline should always be down the barrel. That's what we call this. Just right down the barrel. That's your eyeline. If you are doing a scene with partners, I think we can look over here if you're talking to one person, then over here if you're talking to another person. You definitely don't want to look. Show Taryn how we don't want to look. You don't want to be looking like that because we can't see anything. We want to see your beautiful faces. So please don't do that. Everyone's saying, hey, Jenna. Is Jenna on here? Jenna's waving. Hey, casting directors. Do you know what actors should be looking for in agents in terms of relationship with casting directors? We love everybody. So we try to have a relationship with everybody. There's an amazing amount of agents out here. In fact, I was just bidding a job. The sheriffs are coming by, guys. Sheriffs, just wave it up. Wave it up. They're on camera. They don't even know it.
Oh my goodness, they come by a lot.
I told you, yeah. They don't want this beach to close. They want everyone to be really good, which is awesome. They're like totally patrolling and doing the right thing, which is great. But I think that just you should have a good relationship with your agent. You should feel that. There's a lot. What I was about to say. I'm bidding on a lot of jobs that are saying, "Hey, we have a job that someone that just said, hey, we want to cast in New York and Atlanta." And all over the place. And all of these places, I mean, combined, Jenna last time told us there was like 1,200 agents and managers on LA Casting. That's a lot. There's a lot of great people out here. I think the most important thing that you should do, and there's some agents that have been around for 1,000,000 years and some agents that just started out, and they're all awesome. They're all working their tails off, and there are lots of great people out there. So I think what the most important thing, don't worry about the relationship they have about the casting director. It should be how you feel about them. If you really like them, if you have a good vibe and it's like in your guts, in your soul, not in like, oh, I think they're going to be just amazing for my career, in your guts. I think that's my advice to you, is go with somebody that you feel is just right. I think I made him when I was an actor back in my day. I wound up going with someone, a manager. I was up between 2. The one I didn't go for it. And I always was like, I probably should have done that. I didn't go with my gut. I was like, the other one was like, oh, it had the roses and the fluff. And oh, I had this relationship with all these people. And I just didn't, I don't know what, I just took the wrong turn. So my advice to you is if you get in a room and you rock it with somebody and you just feel it like I did when Laura Bowman was my agent and she believed in me. I could feel it. I got in that room and I was like, that girl's my biggest fan. And now look at us all these years later, 15 years, and she's still, I mean, one of the greatest people and a great fan, which is amazing. It's like when somebody believes in you and you feel that, that's the best advice I could give you. If you're feeling like, oh, I don't go out on auditions or my agent's not working, they probably are not. I think you should move on. It's not them not working. It's that relationship. So I think you should definitely go off of your guts for that. And no hard feelings. I remember when I dropped my one agent for Laura, they were like, bye. They took me off LA casting faster than I could say the word boo. I was like, that's it. Oh, these years we had together. And I was like sweating, telling her I was going to another agent. She didn't care. They were like, bye. So they're fine. But there's a lot of great agents out there, you guys. There's amazing agents. Again, there's agents that have been around for a million years and people I know that started out last year that are kicking butts. So just do your research and go with the vibe, because we try to get as many in as we can, as we try to make it as fair as we can, and we have a good relationship with people that are like, hey, you're not calling in my people. How can we make that better? And we try to do that. So again, if you're an agent listening that's like, you don't get me in enough, hit me up after this and say, hi, I'm one of those. Please see my people. And we will definitely put you back on there. Again, we deal with like so many, over 1,000, that it's hard to keep track and making sure we're getting everybody in. But we try to be fair. And I know there's a lot of my colleagues out there, other casting people, that try to be fair too. So just communicates. But yeah, go with your gut, y'all. Go with your guts. My gut was that I was going to be obsessed with Taryn, and I am. That's right.
I love you so much.
Right? Ditto. Guys, when I met Taryn, I was like, I love that
8 years later.
Oh my God. Forever. We're sisters, guys. Sisters. Someone said, on phones, I always find it helpful to use the corner of the camera opposite of the lens of the eye line. That's a good idea. That's usually how I take pictures. I'm always looking in the wrong direction. Right? That's a good idea. Look at yours. T, let's look at your eye frame. Do that. Look at the top of the thing. It actually looks the same. It looks the same. I would say, I think you should
I feel like people...
Go ahead.
People do that in the room as well. Like, it's kind of hard to focus directly down the barrel sometimes in the room. So they just pick like a corner of it and like focus there. I think it kind of looks the same.
It does. Yeah, I think that's good because then it's consistent. If you're trying to look at somebody though else, I think definitely don't use your phone because it looks like you're looking in the same place. Definitely you want to pick a different, like a corner of your house or your room.
Yeah.
But yeah, great questions. Relationship with casting directors. Great questions. Look at all this. Did I miss anything really crazy, guys? I'm trying. Let me see here. How should we dress, as the character or normal, as to not call so much attention? Well, if you're auditioning for a nurse right now, there's a lot of campaigns that keep saying they want to, highlight the heroes out there on the front lines. You should look like a nurse. I think if you have scrubs, put them on. Dress the character. Yeah. But in good taste. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if they want a fireman. If you would go get on fireman gear, that might be too much. But we appreciate it when you do it in the room. I think we appreciate it now. Try to do like no logos or no sayings like the quarantine crazy. Like try not to get stuff on your shirt that says a bunch of stuff. Just try to be non-political, just be present. Get a nice blue shirt or green shirt.
Also, sorry, another thing that just popped in my head for
For which one? T, you froze. Oh, there you are. You froze. There, you're back.
Can you see me?
Yep, you're back.
Oh, man.
No, you're back. I see you.
Okay. So, when you are doing the self-tapes, make sure that your area that we will see, because we sort of asked for that, make sure it's kind of clean, straightened up a little bit, because a lot of times I saw like stuff just kind of everywhere. Like, I get it, we're in a crazy time, especially if you have kids.
But clean your damn house.
Because otherwise it's going to take away from your video. Everybody's just going to be focused on, the kids' toys or whatever it is that's everywhere.
I could not do it, guys. My stuff is everywhere. It's everywhere. And God, you poor moms that are like, I can't. It's like, you might as well just shoot in the bathroom, because there's no... I clean all day. It's awful. Like, it's awful. So I feel for people that there's, especially the poor families, because it's the families that we just did. All the other, like, I feel like the young 20-year-olds, their places looked great.
It was spotless. I was like, wow.
So we feel for you, moms and dads.
Yes.
Kids trashing your house.
Do.
They're trashing mine. For full body slates and just us recording our
Asia!
What do you see? Asia!
Oh, sorry, my friend. She was responding.
She said, yes, it's hard out there for moms.
Hard.
It's hard.
Yes.
It's crazy. For full body slates and it's just us recording ourselves, are we okay to cut and attach the close-up slates for Jay? I think you can do it in one. T, can you show them? Can you set your phone where you could do it in one take? Or is your house messy?
No. So, hey, what's up, guys? I'm Taryn Arnold.
That's great. And to be honest, that cute little turn she did at the end, everything about that was brilliant. That cute little turn showed us her cute little body. It's like definitely, and it wasn't too much, like we said. Some people are like, and here is my ride. That we don't want. No. We still don't want that. Someone said he always wanted to be a fireman. You guys want to hear a funny story? So when I was an actor millions of moons ago, I would get so tired. Wait, I'm smudging over here. I'm sorry, it's sunscreen. It might be sunscreen that's making me pixelated. So when I was an actor many moons ago, people would ask me like what I did, and I wasn't in anything, and I would get so upset. Like people would be like, "Oh, what have you been in? Have I seen you in anything?" I'm like, "Nothing. I can't book a job." So I started to say I was a fireman, you guys, and people had nothing to say. So they would be like, "Oh, what do you do for a living?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm a firewoman," and they're like,
"Oh." I love you so much.
I said, I'm a fireman, but I say, and they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "No, seriously." And the only question, the only thing they're never going to say, like, what fires have you been in? Because nobody cares in LA about fires. They were like, the only follow-up question I would get was which station? And I would say Van Nuys. So forever. And then Michael didn't believe me. Like, because one day we're walking down the street and someone said that. "What do you do for a living?" I was like, "Oh, I'm a firewoman." And people are always like, "Huh?" It was the best. So just say you're a firewoman if you tired people asking that question. What you've been in. What if we have a backdrop? Nico, what does your backdrop look like? I don't know. Keep it calm. Cool colors. Light gray, white,
Not
brown.
like mine.
Huh?
I said not like mine.
Because it's busy. It's beautiful. It's busy. It's so Taryn. It's busy. I think just something plain. If you have a plain wall like that is perfect. It's just a nice plain wall. No picture. There you go. Plain wall is beautiful. If you have different colors. Remember that one guy on Zoom? What was his name again? He had like 19 things. I was like, good job.
He did. He had lights and... Yeah.
He had 100 different papers behind him. He was like, 1, 2, 3. It's such a bunch of paper.
What color you want?
Yeah, he was so committed. I was like, dang. But yeah, he was great. It was awesome. We got to do a Zoom. We're doing a Zoom next week, guys. Another Zoom. So you got to sign up. Hit us up through email. We have a bunch of people already ready. So our next one will be hopefully next week. Sorry for the delay. It's been insane with some jobs popping in, which is exciting.
Yes.
But yeah, so someone said, is the camera horizontal or vertical for self-tapes? T, take it away.
It should be horizontal. just so that when you're recording, it fills up the whole frame. Because otherwise, if it's like this, it's not. It doesn't look as professional, and it looks like there's like a black edges around it. It's not like the full thing. So always horizontal is best.
There you go. Horizontal, guys. Someone says, what do we like to see in headshots? We always say this, a nice, just clean smile, something real and natural. You should also like your headshot photographer. Are you guys able to like meet these headshot people? Is that a possibility? Can you go to their studios? Let us know. Actors, hit us up. Can you, are you able to do that? I think that would be cool. I remember, again, many moons ago, as a kid right out of school, and I met my first headshot photographer in person to see if I liked him. We're actually still friends on Facebook to this day. But I think you should also have a good relationship with your headshot person because they're going to get the best out of you. They're going to get you to smile and act normal and have fun. It should be somebody's character that you like. It shouldn't be somebody that you're like, okay, that was awkward. So, yeah. Which emails should we hit us up? Jana, can you tell them where to find for these Zoom stuff if they want to get in on our Zooms? Jana will follow up here what the best one is. Someone said, saw the Best Buy one. So excited to see breakdowns coming through again. And it is. It just took a minute. People had to navigate, had to figure out how could we keep this going. Creatives also want to work. So they're also trying to get be creative and get good stuff. So it's coming. It's coming back, guys.
There you go. Oh, I can see you now.
You can?
Yes.
Where was I? When is the usual time we'd hear back from a casting director if we booked the role? Well, it takes time. We did a job, that musician job, a couple of weeks ago. Didn't we post that 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
We posted that 2 weeks ago, y'all. And, right? It was 2 weeks ago?
It was 2 weeks ago.
And we still haven't booked that. So times are changing. Times are hard right now. So normally if you come in on a Friday and you haven't heard back from the next Friday, chances are you didn't book the job. But now I don't know because everything's changing. Some people are deciding, you do your audition and then they're like, oh, well, the quarantine might be lifted. So maybe let's wait a couple of weeks. Or for the musician one, I know they were just having a hard time locking down the rights to the song. So
yeah, that's a big thing,
right? So yeah, so I don't think it had anything to do with that. Anything else in self-tapes that we could tell them? Anything else that we can from that experience? Because that's the big thing right now. And voiceovers, keep those voiceovers, video voice bank, go there, make your reel. You can easily try to get an agent through there. All agents' emails are listed on Video Voice Bank. Make a really good 1-minute reel and send it over and try to get some rep. That's a great thing to do right now. I see even agents that were not doing voiceover before are now doing opening a voiceover department. I think it's going to be something that there's going to be a lot more voiceover jobs for people.
Someone said, do you mind having low music or sound effects if the script calls for it on a self-tape?
What do you think, Taryn?
I think I would leave him out. Right?
I was going to say the same thing. I think unless it says put some soft music behind it, because here's the thing, it could make somebody be like, oh, I hate that song.
Yeah.
That's what you don't want. Even though it's got nothing to do with you, it's because they don't like that song that they could be like, I don't like that person. Not that happens a lot, but I've seen that happen. So I would just keep the song, no song, unless it says put on a song. Pretty was saying about callbacks on self-tape callbacks. Yeah, we've been doing Zoom, or I've been pitching that to people. But to be honest, great question, Pretty. Basically, people are just asked to redo it. So just here's the direction, now take it away this way, and then that's what they're using. So people are not really needing, unfortunately, the contact that we used to need for callbacks. So, the ones we've get another call because Sharon's calling a lot of people in this last one. When asked to answer multiple questions on a self-tape, do we repeat the question for each role or add black title cards with the question before each answer? We haven't had that yet. But if that were me,
I would just repeat it, right?
I would just repeat it. Yeah, I would say, hey, what do I like to do at Christmas time? Can't think of anything. But I would just, I don't know if you would do the fancy title cards or, even though it's cool. Again, I think, didn't we just do something where it stood out? The guitar one was cool. Some people really had a sense of editing, and for some reason that worked because it was like artsy and it worked. But for these, like Best Buy, and we're going to be seeing a lot of self-tapes that I think just keep it as like kind of consistent, kind of boring and normal is the wrong word, but boring and normal.
Because I feel like they're seeing a lot of this, just like we are, and just sticking to what they asked for, I think, is the best. Otherwise, any little thing, they're probably just going to go to the next. That's like, off of what they asked for.
Yeah, exactly. Someone says, when your voiceover site, video voice bank was what I had said, video voice bank. Are you still casting for Best Buy? Yes, we have 1 million submissions we're trying to get through, but we are casting. Are we moving to majority self-tape future until we see a vaccine? Jordan, I don't know that question. I think we're going to do a lot of self-tapes. I'm going to push for a lot of in-person as well when we're at stage 4, when Governor Newsom says, hey, we are good, which may be September, October, I don't know. Just to have a little bit of human contact, and because we like to see people, and I would hate for that to go away. I feel like that meeting people is good, but I'm not going anywhere. I haven't seen anyone. I've only seen my husband and 2 children. I haven't seen Taryn except for on live. Jana just because she drove by, but I haven't seen anyone. So I'm not going to expose myself to anybody, and I don't want my team to. But I think we'll just scatter. We're saying like maybe 10 or 15 throughout the day, like 1 an hour or something like that. But again, that's not till we're like stage 4. The governor has said yes. I think that there is going to always be auditions. I think that the game of telephone is going to continue to be really hard. And I do think that it looks, more consistent, and there hasn't been enough jobs to take that away. I think that if there was 1 million jobs right now and everybody was killing on the self-tapes, that would go away. But I don't think that's going to go away. Should your makeup reflect your headshot? Light makeup. Always light makeup. Don't wear eyeliner, girls, unless you're like 20 and you've got cool gothic black hair. But don't wear it. It just makes you look older, and it's just, I don't know. Don't you think, T?
Yeah, I think a fresh face, obviously like light foundation or something, but that's it. I think it really like helps within the audition, because I know a lot of times I'm in the room with them and they're like, oh my gosh, did you see that girl's eyebrows? Or that was just like a little bit too much makeup. So just like the less is more, really, for makeup.
Less is more. Unless you want to get into casting, then you can wear eyeliner and eyelashes like me and Taryn. Hi. But when you're an actor, can't wear it.
Yes.
So, guys, we love you. We're going to get kicked off in a minute. I love you all so much. Still our favorite time of the week. Get out there and exercise. Stay healthy. Eat healthy. Love each other. Be kind. Stay home. Or social distance. Go to a place like this where there's nobody. If you go to the beach, just be really careful, because we don't want the beaches to close again. Just go where there's nobody. Keep driving up north. They're really empty. But yeah, stay. If you have questions, you can always inbox us. What do you think, T? What do you got to say?
I say keep an open mind, because these times are different. So we gotta make the best of everything. I also say keep learning and growing, because with this time we have to learn to make the best of it.
Amen. I love you,